Hi, I'm Kristen with Wildflowers and Fresh Food, and today I'm going to show you how to make the roasted garlic chickpea soup. So in our family we call this the beautiful skin soup because it's rumored that in ancient times women ate this soup and drank the broth for beautiful glowing skin. So anyway, it's super flavorful and it's nice cold in the summer and it's warm in the fall and winter, so this is a favorite. We start by just cutting up an onion. I'm such a fan of color that I always prefer to go with a red onion versus a white, but either way is fine. I'm just going to give it sort of a small chop, totally up to you. And once I've got it all chopped up, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in a pan, big old soup pot. Get the onion in there. And we'll do a little bit of a carrot and celery. It's always fun for me. I like to buy them with the carrot tops on. So somehow the experience of shopping for me is almost as fun as making the actual recipe. I love to go to farmers markets. I love to buy things with the tops on. I love to wash the vegetables. These carrots I've already washed, but I'm not even going to peel them because I think that there's all kinds of vitamins and nutrients in the skins of most of our vegetables. And then I'll save all these bits and put them in the compost pile. So that's always fun to see at the end of the day what we've been eating and what we've got left over at the end of the day. And as with all soups, if you love carrot, put in more. If you don't like carrot, you can leave it out. So I'm going to add those into our pot. Put in some celery. I really like this one because I almost always have a couple cans of chickpeas and some cans of chicken stock around. You can do this vegetarian too if you'd rather just use vegetable stock. It's fine. And I'm just going to give these vegetables a couple minutes to kind of get in there and get flavored up and get softened up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Sometimes that moves it along, gives it a little extra flavor. A little bit of pepper too. And earlier what I did was I took an entire head of garlic and I cut off the top and I drizzled a little bit of olive oil on. I put a little bit of salt and pepper and I put it in the oven for about half an hour. And this is how it came out. And so now these cloves of garlic, all I have to do is give it a little bit squeeze, so it went from being a hard head of garlic to all these soft, kind of buttery garlic cloves. Woo! And you can see they pop right out really easily. There's all kinds of uses. We're going to obviously put this in the soup today, but this just on a piece of bread, maybe with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and a little bit more olive oil, a little pinch of salt and pepper. Delicious. This can go into any sauce, any marinade, any salad dressing, any soup. It's just a wonderful way to eat garlic. This is definitely something to try. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and pop these out. Let it cool a little bit. They're hot when they come out of the tin foil. Okay, so I'm just going to smush them up a little bit. They're already almost a paste. And so you can see that's way different than regular garlic. All right, so that's going to go into our pot too. And if the wives' tales are true, that may be our secret ingredient for the glowing skin. Okay, so our vegetables have softened up. We've got carrots, celery, onion, that roasted garlic. I've got just some canned chickpeas. You can use the dried chickpeas and soak them overnight. You can do it that way. Sometimes they do. Lots of people ask me, do I use the liquid or not? It's totally up to you. We're making soup, so I love the liquid. I think it's kind of salty and tasty and it has the chickpea flavor. If you're watching your salt, drain it off. If you're really watching your salt, drain the chickpeas too. If you're super watching your salt, use low salt chicken stock too. We'll go ahead and we'll just pour it all right into our pot. I'm going to use 2 cans. And I wish you could smell it. The roasted garlic smells so good. The whole house smells great. I'm going to use just some store-bought chicken stock. I'm going to pour that in. This is all gonna simmer for 20 minutes or so, and then it can be eaten just like that, or you can take an immersion blender and go in there and just do a little bit of it, or put some into a blender and just do it that way. So what we're doing is if we puree, process, blend just a little bit of it, it turns into more of a creamy soup. And so depending on how you want it. It's summertime, I'll probably eat this cold, so I'm gonna leave it kind of a clear brothy soup with the whole chickpeas. In the winter, when I want something a little creamier, I'll probably take the immersion blender and go in and do part of it or all of it. So it's just a personal preference. It's a great soup, it's a year-long soup, and if we're lucky and the wives' tale is true, we'll have beautiful glowing skin too.